So we're trying to find this mine up Mount Te Arohas, and Aaron's found a nice cliff for us to climb up. And there's a blue pipe up there that we have to follow to the entrance. So hopefully we can do that all in one piece. So we'll see you when we get there. So somehow I managed to climb up here in my gumboots, which was a dumb idea. I totally forgot to bring my hiking boots with me this weekend. So that just meant a cliff climb up here. We can see out over the Hauraki Plains. Some flooding in the river down there that Aaron pointed out to me a few minutes ago. And then we've got this awesome entrance around here. Blue pipe, we're debating whether that carries lime into the mine or something else. And an entrance right there. So in a minute I'll put my helmet on and we shall go and have a look. What's the name of this one again?
This is Ruakaka number 2.
Ruakaka number 2 up Mount Te Arohas. Okay, so we're about to head into the mine now. Aaron's actually gone in already, but I've given him a bit of time to just get ahead of me and out of range of my voice. But we will head inside now. It looks really interesting. I think it'll be a good one. Okay, so right at the entrance here we have evidence of quartz up in the rock, and they've just kind of burrowed their way straight into the cliff face here. So I'll turn my torch on and in we go. Right at the start here, got a couple of different sort of areas to look at. There's a shortish area just here. Well, I say it's short, but it looks like it carries on further there. We might have a look further inside and then we'll come back and have a better look at that if necessary. I can see on the floor here we've got pipe. There's an old tin here of some sort, not sure what that could be, and some metal cable, very rusty. Roof is pretty tall, probably over 2 meters tall, the roof, 2.5 meters maybe. And we seem to be going in a upwards direction. Just here we've got a very blackened vein of quartz, probably lots of manganese in there as well. It's helping the coloration there, and hopefully you can see flowstone is starting to form, and there's some copper minerals in there, some greenish colour. Hopefully you can see that. And more of this quite nice flowstone coming down here in this rippling pattern through that, called chrysocolla or something, that layer of, I've forgotten the name, copper sulfate looking minerals that seem to leach out from the veins here. Oh, looks like an interesting structure up ahead of me.
I'm waiting to see what your reaction is to what's around the corner here.
I'm imagining that it's going to be the stope, so we'll see if that comes to fruition. Probably the area where Merv told us that he fell through the floor. We've been told this is a bit of a dangerous mine, actually, for that reason. Oh, here we go. Now this is what was down on the other side of, at the entrance there, there was a little alcove, and I reckon that would have gone straight through to here.
Probably a good thing we didn't try crawling through that whole way.
Yeah, I did consider it. And then you could have fallen off the edge and there would have been no way back.
I mean, there's a ladder there.
There is a ladder there.
Do you trust?
How handy would that have been? Because I think that's only, what, 100 metres down?
Yeah.
You'd have to go the rest of that 100 metres without the ladder. It only goes to the edge there.
Hmm.
You don't know how well attached it would be at the top.
I'm sure that must go all the way down to the level below us.
Making my legs shake just looking at it.
Oh, have a look down here, mate.
Oh no. Oh no. This is what I've been dreading.
Oh.
The false floor. The rail. It's all there.
Now remember last night when we were camping and I was pointing out all those things, saying they were a bad omen?
Yeah. This is the result of the bad omen, is it?
I think so.
I'm quite prepared for you to say, no, that's enough. But
Yeah.
I'm not as close as you to make that decision at the moment.
I'll go past, have a nosy.
Oh,
Oh, I'll come back with some car section.
I was hoping to leave it all on you. Oh, man. How far down does that go? The full distance or what?
I'm pretty sure it goes all the way, man. There's a nice looking ore cart over there though, isn't there?
It certainly is. Oh. Well, at the very least, I'm not walking through holding a torch in one hand and my camera in the other. My camera would have to go on my head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting my camera away in a second.
But look at that lovely ore cut. Hopefully you can see that down there if I chicken out of going. And of course we've got these ore chutes along here as well.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll talk to you in a minute.
pretty cool stuff. Alright. I think I'm about as prepared as I'm ever going to be, so see how this goes.
I think light thoughts and strong wood thoughts.
Yeah. Should I test it? Probably should I.
I would if I were you.
Oh,
Just
it feels fucking solid, eh?
Yeah.
Oh no, it is shaking a little bit.
Yeah, maybe don't just stamp on it over and over and over.
Well, I mean, I'd rather that it collapses when I'm stamping on it than when I'm fucking halfway across it.
This is extremely dodgy what we're doing, people. Again,
Yeah.
don't do this.
This is
It's
dumb.
just dumb.
Like, look down that stope there, that goes all the way down to the next level, which will be about 200 feet, no doubt. If I fall down there, I'm fucked. By the way, in case you didn't realise that already, I'm gonna keep. Oh wow, you can see. Oh, that's cool. I think I'm gonna have to climb up on top of those rocks later on. The stope all opens out into the ground above us. I'm just trying to take my mind off of what I'm doing at the moment. hopefully.
My heart's in my mouth here. I'm not even watching you.
This is fucking hell, man. Oh god. Alright. As long as I try and keep 3 points of contact. Get very wet on that water coming through.
Just crazy.
Jesus Christ. That didn't help. Fucking hell, get me over there.
Alright, he's halfway across.
Jesus Christ, man. Your turn. I wouldn't have your torch in your hand, man.
I've got to.
I'll give you light. Like, honestly, you need to keep a hand on that pipe and your other hand on the other rail.
Okay.
Always maintain 3 points of contact.
Alright, I'm just putting my light in my bag here for safety reasons. So, sorry it's going to go a bit dark, but that's the way it is.
God, somebody's been over here. Fingerprints have been smudging into the mud on the side of the
Shaking like a leaf, trying not to think about it too hard. I don't know why I saw a red light in my bag. What's red light? Why is there a red light in my bag? Oh, it's just reflecting off my camera on my head. Oh, why does the rail have to be so far apart?
Yeah, I actually did it by having both my feet on
One rail.
yeah, and then my hand on the other rail. I was just crawling across basically. You do what suits you though, to be honest. Just don't fucking slip off that rail.
Fuck, man. I do not like doing this. Don't even like being where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be standing on the wood, I would be standing on the rail. Probably not too bad VR right now, but
It's just the fact that I'm in gumboots that can slip.
yes.
Man.
Don't feel like you have to do it, man. If you don't, it's not. Yeah. It's pretty fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it and see how far you tell me how far you get in there, bro. Oh, I'll wait here. Ah, that's dumb. I've walked up above the mine where we just were, trying to see where this blue pipe went, and I can see down through the stope here now. It's a long way down, man. And the way that I even got to here is stupid. But anyway, I've shown you the top of the stope, and I can safely turn around here. We'll be able to see down over the Hauraki Plains, which is quite a spectacular view. Beautiful. I'm looking down over the old tailings dam down there. I've got to try and get down here again. It's just a nightmare. So here we are at Ruakaka level 3. I think this one is, up Mount Te Arohas. We've actually come to look at level 2, but I thought I'd show you this level just so as we can look up inside the stopes and see what's up above. It's pretty impressive, and my last video where I was here was about 16 months ago, so I'm sure some people haven't seen inside, and it's really nice. Let's go and have a look. So with this mine here, the main thing we have to worry about is, well, one of the things to worry about is whether the gate is open, or I mean, there's a possibility someone actually locked this gate down here, having seen a few people going in. Things might have changed. You can see the gate just here. Quite a bit of water on the ground, no doubt to do with the cyclone that came through probably nearly a week ago now, I guess. This is different. The gate's still opened. How about that? Not open very much, but enough to get through. Cool. Now Aaron is currently some distance above me. A few minutes ago we split up, and he's gone to look where the top of this blue pipe goes to. Now I've been in, I had a look myself, but I only got to where the stope is blown out the top, and I didn't cross over. And you would think that if there's a level 2, there's going to be a level 1 up above that. So maybe Aaron will have a look at that. Now, already in the wall here, you can see the grain coloration. Oh, there's a lot more of that to come in here. This remains the most spectacular mine that I've been into. So, if you have seen it again, seen it before, I hope you enjoy having another look. Every time someone comes through, every different visit shows up something unique. So here ahead of us we can see the start of these ore chutes here, and there are literally hundreds. I know that sounds like an exaggeration at this point, but yeah, there are hundreds. And someone's left their Woodstock bourbon and cola can there. Right. The last couple of times I've been in here, there has been almost no water down here, so this is a bit of a change. Part of the day I'm glad to have my boots on. I'm kind of cursing it for a while because there's a bit of climbing I wasn't able to do, just because I can't trust my footwear to not slip from underneath me. I see some more of the blue, I think it's called chrysocolla, the copper mineralisation that I've taken in the past has been called just copper sulfate. When it forms on the walls like this, I think that's the correct name for it, is this odd chrysocolla name. I've wondered before whether some of this mineralisation would actually produce malachite. I'd love a sample of malachite, but I think the minerals are mainly coming through like a gossan type of rock. So the rock itself, where I see it, the copper is just leaching into there and concentrating a bit just on the surface. But it's not actually where the minerals are originating from. All this water that you can hear dripping around me, it's percolating through all the rocks. Now, someone told me that down here somewhere is some dynamite. I've never seen it, but I'm not sure if when I heard about it, perhaps I'd already been through before, and I probably walked through a bit blasé, thinking, well, not even having dynamite on my mind. Cool ladder there. Looks like it's been moved, so I'd say someone's had to climb up into the stope to have a bit of a look around. Wonder if we can see up there. Yeah, I remember that rock up there. Nice widowmaker waiting to come down on somebody. But the ladders go way, way up. And no doubt they go up to level 2. Yeah, this bit's pretty cool. This blue-green, sort of a turquoisey kind of colour. Awesome. Dripping down from behind the ore chutes. So probably when the rock came down from the top of the stope and smashed on top into little bits of gravel, that allowed water to, the water that you can see dripping now, to leach all those minerals that were exposed to the water out easier once there was more surface area for it to work on. just up to our right here is, I'm not sure if it's shaft or a winds, this one. I think this one, yes, this is the winds that Aaron was talking to me about. So possibly, if it wasn't all blocked up with rocks, that would actually go down on a 45-degree angle or thereabouts to the next level. Now I thought the level underneath here was completely flooded, but I could be wrong. More of this lovely blue mineralisation here. Somewhere in the floor, well, that's quite a pink mineralisation in there. It's rust. It's really eating through the rail there. So this water is pretty toxic. I'd say it's very acidic. Trying to find a nice little piece of galena to take home with me. I'm sure we'll find some. You just have to carry on down here a bit. Brilliant blue colouring in there. Someone's old waterproof jacket, I think. Yeah, so I think there's a shaft coming up very soon, which is very deep. Perhaps if I was up on all my abseiling experience, we could go down there, but I'm not. So it's just going to be an interesting little artifact that we come across further down. Even this black and white coating on the walls here looks pretty spectacular. And sometimes when I get home I can see faces in the patterns in the rock. I wonder if that will be the same for today. And we're just carrying on and on past these ore carts. I mean ore chutes. I don't know why I keep on wanting to call them ore carts. They would have had ore carts sitting underneath them when this was a working mine. And this mine I think was worked quite late as far as the Tui series of mines goes. So yeah, up until at least the 70s. Well, I think there was a break between the sort of early 1900s and then they restarted again in the, I think it was the 70s. But then this mine had to be shut down and have a lot of remediation work done due to unfortunately, this mine was part of what they call the Minamata disaster in Japan, where there was a harbour that got a lot of lead concentrate, and I think lead was the main problem, but then there was other heavy metals, arsenic and mercury, that were accumulating in the harbour because the lead concentrate was blowing in the wind off the ships and just into the bay. And then they started having problems with genetic disorders and things like that, as you might expect with heavy metals. Man, that goes down a serious way. I don't even want to go near it because I don't know how strong the surrounding area is. You know, that looks like it would fit over that grate, I reckon. Now this stuff that you can see here, piled here, is where I thought someone had said there was dynamite. So let's have a look. Doesn't look like any dynamite to me. How would you know? I mean, why would you even move a lot of this just in case? Chances are the dynamite is no good. It would be all soaked and very old. I wouldn't really want to risk it. So let me know if anyone in the video managed to catch sight of dynamite there, but I didn't. It doesn't mean it's not there. Quite often you don't see things that are down the mine until later. Now, this is not good because absolutely this was not like this last time I came through here. That's all collapsed. Why? What happened? Just all became a bit much for that ore chute? Or I don't know. Oh no, I've got to turn around. I've got virtually no battery left on my torch, and I also don't even have a spare torch with me. And I'm quite far in now. I really wish I'd been taking more notice of that. Maybe hopefully I've got my phone in my bag. So worst comes to worst, I can get my phone out. But, man, let's try and move it through here. Sort of dilly-dallying around. Oh no.